All right, everyone, here it is, the next Rust Rocket candidate. So there's Rust Rocket version 1. We blew that up. Actually, my friend Sean blew that up. So we have all those parts transferable to this car. So we paid, what, $300 for this. The original Rust Rocket was also $300. And this is basically the same car, so all the parts are directly transferable, and I think we made them kind of removable. So we're gonna film a 0 to 60 on this and see how it improves with the turbo and no tune. So here lies the old Rust Rocket version 1. We think that it melted a hole in the piston. It has 0 compression on cylinder 1, and it smokes like a chimney. Oh. Gosh dang Detroit diesel. So that thing's donezo, and we already brought it up to old Wild Bill, which is our local off-road trail, and we beat on it pretty good. It did fantastic. It literally went places Jeeps couldn't go, but she's retired now because the engine's blown. But I mean, this thing's pretty much in the same condition as the other Rust Rocket was before we started on it, except it does have a little bit nicer paint. This one's gonna be more of a street car than an off-road car. We're gonna see how much power we can chooch out of this thing before she blows up. Now I almost kind of feel bad because this thing is pretty minty inside. It's honestly not bad. Yeah, it came with some money for some upgrades. We got the spare key. What do we got? 236 on the clock. The old Rust Rocket had about the same. It was 230, 240, 250, somewhere in that range. So we're basically starting with the same car, except this one's a Manuel. You know what that means? That means race car.
Race car.
This thing, the other one was an automatic. It honestly felt like it slipped sometimes. But this one, oh, dude, brother! Brother! Dang!
Cheeks flapping on both ends.
Ripping. Yeah, as you see, it's a perfect place for a 0 to 60. I better put my seatbelt on. I don't trust this thing. We're ready for a 0 to 60. Little rough start. Is it gonna make it to 60 before we run out of road?
Might not.
Wow. Yeah, this is
We're there.
Okay, we got like what, a 25-second 0 to 60?
She's moving.
Sheesh. I didn't search anything in this car yet. You never know. When you get a car from a trailer park, honestly, you never know what you're gonna find in there. Nothing. Some coolant.
Usually not a good sign when you buy a car with 3 gallons of coolant in the back of it.
You know, that's the Subaru life. We got our old tire back there because that one blew out, apparently. So now, what kind of improvements are we talking here? Rust Rocket only had 2 working windows. This has all 4 working windows. It has a manual transmission. And I mean, that's really all about it. It's basically the same car. So we're gonna go over the whole build list on the Rust Rocket. All right, so here's a walk around of the Rust Rocket OG, the version 1. We got the rockin' raccoon in the window because this thing's always rocking. Literally everyone loves this car. So we are gonna swap the hood over from this Rust Rocket to that one because it's already got the cutout, you know, and everything's already ready as far as that. So this is an STI, I think it's a VF, we got a VF48 on there. So it's a VF48 STI turbo. We have an eBay flange welded to some mild steel pipe. We've got our support brackets there. I think this is a piece of radiator hose. We got a 45 elbow and a 90 elbow. And then we got our V-band on the back here that we accidentally got the wrong size V-band adapter. So we just welded some pipe in there, you know, and straight out the top. She chooches, but obviously blown up. So we're gonna have to go ahead and swap everything over. But we'll give you guys an overview of the smoke show that this thing puts on due to it having a big old hole in '1 piston. Now, why does it have a hole in the '1 piston? Probably because we didn't tune it, and you know, it's running a little bit lean, so lean equals hot, hot equals melting a hole in your piston. Oh. diesel? Sheesh. You'd have thought we own a diesel, brother. Chooched. Yeah, we got some oil. We got some oil coming out there. But, you know, this thing will go to scrap. We'll swap everything over. So let's get to swapping some parts. All right, it is a couple days later, and we have the Rust Rocket version 2 next to the Rust Rocket version 1. We got some cardboard, and we're gonna get everything pulled off version 1 and bring version 2 over to Brandon's dad's house where he's got a lift, so we can lift it up and put everything swapped over. So I guess we are gonna have to swap this hood over, so grab the impactor. All right. Let's get the hood off this old girl. Oh! Golly! I guess. Wow. That other mount, right, really ain't doing much, I guess. It just kind of, you know.
Perished.
We'll figure that out. There we go. And that. Wow, that is in there. Whoa, there's Jack there. Whoops.
They'll get you every time.
Oh, great. Okay, there we go. We're run into a dilemma. The prop rod is stuck in the hood. Oh. This is what happens when you have low IQ and you're working on a Subaru.
Shots fired! Really struggling there.
Got it.
Got it.
There we go. Jeez.
Be careful with that. The structural integrity.
That's a nice hood.
The integrity.
Okay.
It's nice and oiled up.
Yep, everything's nice.
All the bolts should come out nice and easy.
Turbo's coming off.
I need a wrench. Kind of need a wrench.
That's probably why Sean was so upset.
Whoa.
With this thing. Whoa, dude.
Take it easy. Did you just rip that zip tie with your bare hands?
Yeah. Fucking careful.
Well,
I'm
afraid zip tie.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yee!
Now that's some horsepower. All right. Now that's a turbocharger.
Indeed.
Whoa! Weeds! Gosh, somebody needs to clean up their property, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon. So what do we got going on here? Because it seemed to me that you have some semi-permanent mounts.
Semi.
Because this one right here looks fairly permanent.
Just wait. But we'll figure it out. Oh, I may have accidentally tack welded the bolt a little bit.
You tacked the bolt in?
It's got
oh, dear Lord. Can you see that?
It's got a tack weld on there. That might make things a little difficult. God, it's hotter than Satan's nutsack out here. Don't hit my feet. There we go. Oh, whoa, don't want to lose that. That's our gasket.
Your gasket? Don't want to lose it. Casually tosses it off to the side. Guiding it on.
Yeah, put it in there.
Spin it.
Got it?
Yep. I think you got it.
Well, I didn't get the other one all the way. Okay, that's probably loose enough.
Probably. I think we... Sir, the disrespect.
So I guess at this point we decided the rest of the work was too boring to film, so we just went ahead and finished getting everything else off the other car, the Rust Rocket version 1, and we went down to Brandon's shop and started disassembling the Rust Rocket version 2. And I'm not honestly sure how it took us only 3 hours to build the entire kit on Rust Rocket version 1, because it took us like 3 hours to get everything off. Pulling stuff off, I pulled off that air filter, and then I was looking here. That's an air filter housing for a Subaru. This thing had dual air filters, brother. No wonder the 0 to 60 took like 30 seconds. Golly, who needs 2 of them? So at this point, we were removing the rest of the junk that we didn't need from the car, like the exhaust system, because who needs that when you got a hood dump? And we came to the discovery that when somebody removed the cap from this, they didn't put the AFR or rear O2 sensor back in. AFR sensor's fairly valuable to have. We also came to the discovery that this car is mass airflow, not speed density, so that changed a couple of things around. But we figured it all out. We got everything mounted up. We did have to massage and bend a couple of things, but it all worked out in the end. All right, we are just about there. We got pretty much everything on there. We used the nuts from there down as some spacers because this isn't exactly the same. We got our mass airflow sensor in front of our turbo. So this is pretty much ready to go. We got to still hook up our boot there. And then I'm pretty sure we're ready for a test fire. Of course. Yeah, baby. Sounds like you got a cam, but you know. Sheesh. She runs. We got the turbo hooked up. We got to put a couple little nuts on the exhaust, cut the hood, and then she's ready for some ripping. We already started cutting, but I'm on the car currently. We got to cut out a little more, so. I'm gonna need some hearing aids after that one.
Yeah, you're already deaf before now.
Yeah, now I'm really deaf. All right, here we go. Gonna do a pull here. This one doesn't do fuel cut like the other one did. So we're not even gonna have to mess with the map sensor. We do need an AFR though. The Rust Rocket hasn't been running too great, probably because it has no AFR sensor. So we're gonna pull out our dummy sensor that goes to nowhere right there and plug in our new correct sensor. As you see there, we got a 3-wire into the AFR connector. Maybe this thing will run a little better. We'll go take it on a test drive and see if she clears up. New AFR sensor made the car run way better. It's way faster now. It's officially time for the 0 to 60. Here we go. That was the clutch.
Pause.
All right, we're gonna do a rolling start because that just roasted the clutch. Way faster. She doesn't like to idle, but you know, she likes everything else. So the best part we figured out is Brandon now knows how to make her shoot flames. Woo! She's running right, boys. All right, as you guys just saw, this thing's running pretty darn good now. She's spitting some good flames, and I'd say this was a success. So I don't honestly know what's next for this thing. Maybe we'll try to get it tuned at some point so it can actually make some real power. But as of right now, it's some good fun for $300. So if you guys want to see more stuff like this, be sure to subscribe because we're going to be doing a lot more things just like this.